Welcome back, Plug Nation. It's your boy BADGEPLUG, and today, man, we got a very special, entertaining, interesting video. You all know I don't like to waste any time, so whatever you got to do, make sure that like button is blue, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and let's get into the news. So today, man, I got something as a little starter, a little warm-up from Grinding DF on Twitter. He said, with 2K being dry right now, what game have you been playing / watching to take its place? So I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below what y'all been doing, man, since these two games are pretty dry. I honestly thought that gaming was maybe just boring for me, or I grew out of it or something like that. But then I started playing other games and I was having a lot of fun, you know what I'm saying? I still have fun playing 2K, but I'm just saying, like, it's just been a pretty dry year, you know what I'm saying? Both the games aren't that good and we've just had to make deal with it, you see what I'm saying? Anyway, Tonio said on Twitter, your boy Tonio, by the way, why can't 2K just take out shot aiming on 2K21 ... I guarantee the only people who use it are Zen users. Now, there is people that learned how to do the aiming and they have mastered it and all that. But in a previous video, I talked about that if, and a lot of people agree with me, if I was someone who used aiming and I learned how to do it legitly, I'd be okay with 2K taking it out to benefit the majority of the game, a huge part of the game, which is a gigantic problem this year with the Zen users. You know what I'm saying? I'd be okay with them taking it out to help out the rest of the entire game. And that's something that 2K needs to do. But I also said this, for those of you that are upset with that, and you know you learned how to use the shot aiming and all that, I guarantee you that this is something 2K is not going to keep in their game for more than 2 years, you know what I'm saying? So you might as well just get used to shooting with no meter or a meter and just get rid of the aiming in general, you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to take it out. It's not something they're going to just keep putting in their game over and over. They tried it. I called it out way before the game even released, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that are new, hit that subscribe button because I do like to call things way before they happen. And my subs will vouch for me, man. I'm usually correct that it was going to be game breaking, and of course it was. So anyway, let's talk about something real quick. 2K dropped a patch and I'm so confused. I know you guys are confused too. We got, here are the full patch notes for today's NBA 2K21 current gen update. It says courtside report patch update 7. Like, I thought we were on like patch 5 or 4. I don't know. 2K is really confusing me this year with their patches. But what's so interesting about this patch, y'all, before we even get into it, is that it only dropped for current gen. The last patch, if you guys don't remember, for next gen was like a month ago or something like that, and before that it was 2 whole months before next gen had got a patch, and all they did was change one, yes, I'm serious, one gameplay update, one gameplay. So with them dropping this patch, I just read it once again and I was like, wait, they didn't drop anything for next gen. They actually show us 100% that they just don't care about next gen. You know what I'm saying? That game is gone. It's a throwaway because now they're just dropping patches and they're not even putting next gen in it. But anyway, in this patch, we have a new update is now live for current gen, the current gen version of 2K21. Today's update brings a number of My Team fixes, new additions to the 2K Beach, as well as many more general updates to improve the overall experience of 2K21 across all game modes. More details on the latest updates are available below. General, 2K Foundation inspired courts at the 2K Beach along with new seasonal decorations. Updated another set of player likeness for current NBA players, which is like haircuts and tattoos if they get, you know, new tattoos and stuff like that. My Team addressed a rare issue with the Dark Matter player cards not displaying the player reveal during pack openings. Addressed an audio issue with Dark Matter card animations. Addressed a name display issue for some playbook cards. Additional various preparations for upcoming additions to My Team. So look, 2K put in on every single court except for the 2s. I don't know why they don't change the design for the 2s the whole year. That's something 2K needs to do, and I'm really confused why they actually never changed that now that I think about it. But they added the new designs on the court. As you see right here, the little blue, the water layout, whatever you want to call it. They changed that for every single court. Now, what's crazy to me is I hopped on and I was like, let me look at these. Let me see what's going on. And I haven't played a lot of next gen, so it could be more. But one of the courts, the random court where there's no squad spot, the first court when you walk into the park, is a layout from the next gen game. They use the same layout. Now I know they said 2K Foundations or whatever, but They didn't have another court layout to put on there. And so one of the 5 or one of the 6 they put on there was actually the same court layout design, whatever you want to call it, as the one on next gen. So I was just surprised by that, but I wasn't surprised. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Double H said, I really wish this event existed still. Probably the most underrated event in 2K history. Now, this is something I want to talk about. He's talking about the 1v1 court in 2K19, 2K20, the little event that they did. That right there pulled the community together a lot. I'm talking about everyone used to do videos every time the 1v1 court came out as an event. They all did extremely good. And on top of that, it's something that we've talked about for a long time. And 2K kind of just like, how do you even, like, I don't even know. They kind of just made fun of us on next gen. Because for years now, we've been saying, hey, instead of this event, why don't you guys put a 1v1 court in the park? And then we've also talked about other things like, hey, have one for small forwards and up to point guard. And then, you know, power forwards and centers can play on their own court, things like that. Well, they've never added a 1v1 court to the park, which is something, guys, 2K, if you're listening, please, 1v1 court next year. On next gen, they put a 1v1 court in, but you can't go on any win streaks. You can't get level. It's literally just like playing with friends, you know? And it's like, wow, 2K, how do you do this constantly? We ask for something and you guys pretty much do the exact opposite. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I'm not even going to complain. You know, today, no, not doing it. I'm already fed up with next year. But anyway, Cole the Man said, why are mascots 300,000 BC? Question mark. 2K can't reward you with free mascots after grinding hundreds of hours? Question mark. SMH. Shaking my head emoji. Like, that's tough. 300,000 BC. One mascot is like $75 of US money. $75. Where I live, the minimum wage is $7 an hour, $7.25. So you'd have to work, like, after taxes, like 13 hours of hard labor or whatever you do to get your cash to afford a mascot. That's insane. And like Agent has said for a long time, it's a level reward. That's what they call it. Reward. It is in the game. You can see it in text and writing and whatever. It's a reward. Why do you have to pay for a reward? And especially $75. Like, they are taxing. You know what I'm saying? 300,000. That's a lot of beats. That's a whole build right there. Up to 99 overall. Anyway, Dignified 2K said, next gen really pulls 0 views. LOL. ... About to just be done all together with it. And I actually have not been seeing him post a lot of next gen anyway recently because, as he said, it's just it's a dry game. There's not a lot you can do. Even with making build videos, they all kind of look the same. See what I'm saying? Shoot said on Twitter, to be honest, NBA 2K21 next gen, the most arcade game since 2K15 minus the level rewards. Isn't this what y'all wanted? Question mark, blah, blah. Now look, this whole y'all thing, we've talked about this before because people say this to me, and you can literally go back to my videos over and over. I say it every time, right? I'll go ahead and say it again. I say whatever 2K does with whether the game's arcadey or realistic or its play styles with the builds or superstar builds, I just want it done correctly. Because they did superstar builds this year, right? Where you can have these crazy overpowered builds, but it's really only for the power forward position. And if you say, hey, Badge, it's kind of not like that. My point guard is godly, blah, blah, blah. What I mean is, at power forward, you get like 20 more badges than a point guard. You get more speed, or actually you get less speed, but it actually has more speed, which has been tested. We talked about that before. We did not ask for that. You see what I'm saying? Even though, like I'm saying myself, if 2K does it right, that's what I want. Even the people that asked for superstar builds to be in the game didn't ask for that because they want to make a point guard that can compare to the power forward at a superstar level. You can't really do that on next gen. See what I'm saying? There's a difference. So as long as 2K does things right, this whole y'all thing, no one asked for this game. I'm telling you, no one said, hey, you know what? Let's have affiliations in the game, but you can't really play in the other affiliations. You can just like go walk around and look at them because if you do play in the other ones, you get 50% less level, which that means almost everyone playing the game never plays in the other affiliations. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like, what's the point of even having them in the game, right? Anyway, Dignified 2K, once again, he said, on current gen, every center just sits in the paint because the bigs can't shoot, ... On next gen, every build can shoot and every build gets contact dunks. ... There has to be a balance because the way the games are right now, both of them are really bad. And to be honest, I didn't even think about that. It's crazy that both games are like the complete opposite, you know? Like there's play styles on current gen and then there's crazy insane superstars on next gen. Also a part which I didn't even speak of and haven't talked about a lot, a part of why there's such superstar builds is because a lot of the ratings don't matter on next gen. And I've talked about this before, whether you believe me or not, unless you have like a power forward or center, you don't need interior defense. All my builds had 25 interior defense. I'm snatch blocking dudes in the paint. I'm bodying dudes in the paint, bullying them when they drive down. Like in the beginning of the year, yeah, you did need interior defense because, you know, the contact dunks were crazy OP. But once they changed that and the steal rating, I've got a 25 steal on all my builds. I get plenty of on-ball steals and traffic steals in the lanes, all that stuff. Like that's a big reason why as well that a lot of the builds are superstars, because there's so many attributes you can skip out on and put them on things that actually do matter. You see what I'm saying? But Elevate Nut said, I think if the build system were reversed, the games would be better. Dignify said, what do you mean? He said, next gen would be a good game, or sorry, could be a good game with the current gen build system. So you guys let me know in the comment section down below, what could make next gen a good game? Do you think it's that right there? What do you think could make next gen a good game? And also, what is one thing that 2K22 absolutely needs? It can be something from previous 2K, something new. You guys let me know. But anyway, Solo DF said you should be able to change the jersey that your mascot is wearing in 2K. No cap. That would be fire. And Double H responded to that with such a simple idea that makes such a big difference. And this is going back to something the agent talked about plenty of times, which since he said it, it's just stuck in my mind. It's the little things, you know? It's the very small things in the game that really improve the quality of the game a lot. Like when 2K, yes, I'm about to give 2K like a compliment, right? When they added into the game on next gen where you join someone, it puts you right next to them. That's a very small thing that just makes the quality of the game much better. See what I'm saying? But honestly, I would say before even digging into it that 2K can't do that because they're selling mascots of an NBA team. You know, 2K has the license from NBA to sell you this Bulls mascot. I think if you put another jersey on top of that, it would be some sort of licensing issue. I don't know.Maybe you could change it. I don't know. But some tweets have been going viral on Twitter. From D-Nell, this has over 5,000 likes. He said, felt like NBA 2K21 been out for 3 years. 5,381 likes. Jesus. 2K is down bad for the community's, perspective from the majority. Anyway, Phantom with 6,467 likes said, it's like once you leave the 2K community, guys, I've been talking too much. Once you leave the 2K community, your life just gets way better. Isn't that crazy? 6,400 likes. People are really agreeing with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Now, I do believe 2K right now is overhated for sure. Overhated. Yes, I'm saying that. Even though I've got a lot of hate on 2K. Overhated in a way that it's too much. Like, the game is just unplayable. Like, you can't play either of the games for 5 minutes. You see what I'm saying? That's the way a lot of people make it, and some people do feel like that. But I can honestly play current gen. And now that I've played it for over 2 to 3 weeks now, and people seem to, I don't know, be mad at my opinion. Some people, not a lot. Even though I say in every video, you're allowed to have your own opinion. It's fine. If you say next gen is the best 2K ever, that's fine with me. I don't agree with you, but I actually do think current gen is a better game. I honestly do think current gen. Anyway, that's just what I believe. You know what I'm saying? Ronnie2K on Twitter said this: our mayors are getting another term after their work with Make-A-Wish on the Showdown. I felt like they have more value to provide in their terms, so we are doubling the term. Rival weekend goes on this weekend as usual. Good luck to all of the affiliations this rival weekend. And I was like, wait a second. 2K is what? They're not even having another election? No way. I was like, hold on. Let me brainstorm and think about why they would do that though, Why would they just not? That's a huge thing in the game. And I thought, I honestly think 2K might not have people that want to be mayor, like people of some sort of importance. You know what I'm saying? Six God, he's the first legend, so he's a mayor. We have Mo Buckets, he streams every day, you know, blah blah blah. There's not a lot of people that I think 2K even knows that wants to be a mayor. That's like some sort of, you know what I'm saying, from their market. That's why they do it. It's a marketability thing. It's putting some guy behind a name and he can't say anything bad. Like, the mayor's not going to talk trash about the game usually. And I don't know. It's crazy to me. But congrats to Six God for being mayor once again. That's actually good for him. But Nadex tweeted this out and he said, driest game of the century. Nadex was on 2K21 Next Gen with T-Jack and there's no one there to play them. No one. I mean, look, if you guys don't have the game, that's what it is. That's what it is, bro. Like, I log in every now and then and I go check out the clothing stores like I told you guys to see if they add any new clothes, and I go spin my wheel because that VC or whatever I get can like transfer onto current gen as well. So I log in and it's like, damn, the game is really dry. Like, there's 2-3 courts going, sometimes 4 or 5. And when I load into a park, and almost every time I load into a park, I know someone in that park, that means the game's really, really dry. You see what I'm saying? Because in 2K20, I could load into 50 parks and I probably wouldn't find a YouTuber or a streamer or anything like that. The other day, the first park I joined, Solo DF's in there. Like, there's not, what I'm saying is there's not many parks. So you're going to find a lot of people that's playing the game. Like, that normally play the game a lot. That's really the only people that's on the game from what I can see. But anyway, we have this tweet right here from Truly Money who said, now I see why y'all love current gen. The majority all got Zens. Easy to win when you cheating. Now look, the last game I played today on Facebook, by the way, if you guys want to watch me play 2K21 current gen, type in BADGEPLUG, was against a Zen user. And I complained about Zens a lot while I was not playing current gen, okay? And I've came back to current gen for 2 or 3 weeks now, and I'm going to tell you guys, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Like, once every probably 20 or 30 games, I play someone with a Zen, and then usually those people suck, right? So we beat them, right? Because they still have to get open to score with the Zen, but still, I lost to this person, and I was like, wow, like, I didn't know how to feel. I mean, does this guy think that he's good? Like, I wasn't even mad, you know? It was just disappointing. It was like, why, 2K? Why do you still have that in the game after so long? Like, just fix it, you know what I'm saying? So what I mean by it's not as bad is that you really don't play Zen after Zen, you know what I'm saying? Not every single game does someone have a Zen. Plus, usually those people aren't very good at the game. It's just still very annoying. But it's not as bad as I was making it out to be, because previously, before I had stopped playing current gen, I played a few Zens and it was very annoying, you know? So it was more efficient that I was playing them right before I quit, and I don't know, just since I've came back, I haven't played a lot, but it's still very annoying. Anyway, Cold Man said, remember when 2K said they built next gen from the ground up? LMAO, yeah, okay. Now look, a lot of people are still backing up next gen, probably, let's say 20% of the community, and like I said, you guys can like next gen. You don't have to tell me, Badge, oh, come on, man, the game's fun, people are just hating on it, or you're just hating on it. Look, you can like it, bro. I just don't like it. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of YouTubers, not like Duke Dennis size or, you know, Joe Knows, anything like that, that have been kind of staying on next gen and, you know, backing it up a little bit at the same time, have been quitting the game lately. And I'm not going to go through the names, but it's not like I'm calling them out or anything. I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to go through the names because it's a bunch of them. They've been, like, kind of still playing the game, still uploading it, hey, the game's not that bad. I've recently seen a lot of them very mad, like Brutal Sim. He was very mad about next gen, and I understand where they're coming from. These guys, they really want to make it on 2K. They think, hey, you know, we should stay on the next gen game. And Brutal Sim is a great channel, by the way, for 2K news and stuff. If you guys haven't seen it, I shout him out all the time. He's really cool. It's just crazy that, like, almost every week, every week, I get on YouTube and I see that content creators are quitting next gen. Like, there's no one on there. It's a ghost land on that game. You know what I'm saying? There's no one there. It's crazy to me how this game was supposed to be the one. Like, it's a next-gen game. It's the new system. It's the next generation. Like, Xbox 360 to Xbox One was such a huge jump. And in my opinion, we actually went down. We went backwards. How do you do that? How do you go backwards on a system that comes out once every 8 to 9 years? How do you drop the first game on there and it's trash? It's garbage. It's awful. Most of the community hates it. Now you guys can like it. Like I said, you can like it. But I hate it. I can't stand the game. I don't like playing it. You know, it makes me upset. It makes me mad. I can play current gen, although it does make me mad. Trust me. It does. It does. A lot. But I can kind of play the game. You see what I'm saying? I can have fun sometimes. Next gen, it's just like never having fun, never having a good time. It's miserable on there. Anyway, it's your boy BADGEPLUG. You've been plugged in. Make sure to drop a like if you haven't yet. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Leave your opinions down below on 2K or the video or anything you see in the video. I read all the comments. I'm telling you guys, I really do. So drop them. Let me read them, all right? And I'm out. Peace.